welcome to Medica Nova Wellness Studio. I'm Angelika Maria Koch with your educational videos and the most innovative and holistic approach to your well-being. It's already mid-February and the month of love. Today is Valentine's Day. I hope it's a sweet day for you, as it is for me. Many moons ago on the day one of my sons was born, and so yes, it's a very dear moment to remember. What does love mean to you in terms of living optimal health, especially when it comes to your loved ones, your spouse and your children? In this Discovery series, we all talk about healthy family and soul medicine. So today, I want to share with you how you can support your loved ones with natural and effective therapeutic tools during challenging times of jealousy, not feeling loved, wanting to be loved, fear of abandonment, or this need to be loved to such a degree that you can't satisfy your spouse anymore. What can you do? And this video is not just geared for your children. I really want to address the parents here too. To stay updated with ongoing videos, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, share and like it with your friends. And today, especially from my heart, I want to thank you for supporting my work. So while I was researching the theme of love for today's video, I felt like I want to do something new. Usually I talk about natural supplements and homeopathic remedies, but today I want to create a new love, a sort of merging between two beautiful natural sciences. I want to take the flower essences in combination with homeopathic remedies, all what you can get over the counter at your health food store, and really create a sort of deep acting package here. While I was researching it, I came across the website, the School of Homeopathy International, and they describe the theme of love as one of the most complex and intense emotions known to humankind. So the beauty of integrated medicine, or in this case homeopathy, is that it can help soothe a broken heart, reduce the anxiety of lost new love, and also lessen the grief from the death of a loved one. Let's have a look at some themes here. I think the unrequited love is really the most painful one often, and it caused a lot of tragedy and even can lead to suicides at times. So when the emotion is very strong and life just doesn't seem normal anymore and it's doom and gloom, natural medicine is so helpful here. So ask yourself, why do you feel that your desire for love is not reciprocated? Do you feel deceived by a loved one? Are you sad, even suicidal, or even embarrassed about it? Do you see yourself brooding over your sad feelings and the loss of being embraced by your chosen loved one? Or has it reached a level that you can't stop thinking about this person? You mull over it, or through your sleepless nights you think about that person over and over. Or has it reached a level where you feel revenge? Right? There's all different colors here. Lost love. Of course, most of us have experienced in our lifetimes a lost love, either through the breakup of a relationship, the marriage, or via death. It's a very painful experience, and we spend often a lot of money in therapies in order to recover. Let me help you here. I think these tips which I will share with you today will not only ease your hardened heart, so to say, but also really help you in a very graceful way to transition through the healing process. So some suffer silently, right? They have maybe physical symptoms stemming from silent grief. Others, they swear to get even, and then they have this anger arising from disappointed love. Others feel they're so hurt, they push it down. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to feel it. And then we talk about ailments from suppressed grief. Usually they're the ones who sit hours in front of the TV or fill themselves up with overeating and drugs and alcohol just not to feel things, right? We all have done it, no matter how conscious we are. Let's have a look at some most common signs when you feel unloved. You feel critical, definitely judgmental, unkind and intolerant of other people, and often frequently to yourself too. You hold grudges, you can't forgive. Sometimes feel even resentful and blame other people for things that have happened to you. You feel emotionally needy, possessive even, in fear of abandonment, and you only give your love with strings attached, or secretly manipulate people for love. You feel painfully different, lonely, even superior, right? And can't connect with others because now we have barriers around the heart. You feel jealous, you feel angry, hateful, suspicious towards others, doubting their motives and expecting to get hurt. You see the rainbow and the kaleidoscope here of emotions when it comes to love? On a physical level, you maybe feel like you don't have an appetite anymore. Nothing tastes the same. And what about the heart palpitations, lying in your bed, thinking about the other, can't sleep, and your heart just goes boom, 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 boom? Or the suicidal dispositions. In order to really heal, I encourage you to embrace the whole gamut here. Try to accept the entire banquet of emotions. You know, there's beauty in the breakthrough. Never forget that. So today I want to bring in some Bach flower remedies in combination with homeopathic remedies. Again, all available over your counter at your local health food store. Yeah, it's there. Now, Mr. Bach, many moons ago again, beautiful English healer, developed a science called the flower essences. And what he did, he took the dewdrops in the very early morning, which are placed on the petals of the flowers, which contain the healing frequency, and made remedies out of them. It's a very refined, very sophisticated art of healing. And when I looked at the website of Jackie Stewart, she's from the UK, she has a website, Soul Alchemy and Flower Essences. I found 5 really wonderful flower essences which I'd like to share with you. She educates us about it, and I think you find that helpful. Now, flower essences are great as they will help you to transition through grief, trauma, fear, and loss of love. They help you to improve also physical symptoms like lack of sleep, in particular the weakened energy, the life force. You know, when you feel so depressed, you don't want to do anything anymore, and you feel that it's like a air coming out of a balloon. You don't have no energy left. They will support that energy supply again. So what can you do to open your heart again? Let's have a look at this first. When your heart is open, you feel joy, you feel peace, you feel compassion, and you feel love on a daily basis. Yes, it's not a new age concept. You can become love. And you know, these frequencies can then override this constant fear of not being loved, or anger or guilt. So when your heart is open, you experience these extended moments of serenity. You know, love doesn't mean like, oh my God, I want to go out and embrace everyone, kiss everyone. That's not really what true love is. True love is that you feel content within yourself. You touch peace. You touch oneness. You come home. It's actually a quite silent experience. But because of that, you also want to share this love. You know, the gifts of love. You know, we all say, I'm that. And these, what comes out of you, the creations of you, are fed by the all-encompassing love. So with an open heart, you feel you have a supply of love, which you really like to share. You also are able to forgive old hurts and move forward with tolerance and understanding. You recognize that everyone on this world is lovable despite what they have done. Meaning your relationships to your spouse and to your loved one become more meaningful. Right? They carry more the frequency of loving and joyfulness. You also realize you are lovable, infinitely lovable, and you deserve healing. An open heart is your gateway to divine unconditional love. And it becomes a potentiality of a daily experience. Marianne Williamson once wrote, "Love is our daily reality and our purpose on earth." And that's why I want to make this video. Right? I want you to get in touch with your reality of love. Ultimately, we are all returning home to love to experience our true nature of bliss, peace, joy, compassion, and oneness. So the first flower essence is called beach flower, like the tree. Now, in this experience, you feel critical, you feel judgmental, you feel unkind and intolerant of other people, also frequently about yourself. But it's more about others first. If you feel this way, think about beach flower. It will restore tolerance and understanding to your heart. It releases this constant need to be critical and have these negative judgments about others and yourself. You know, you even become easily irritated about certain habits about people. Say how your spouse eats and even breathes, right? You can't take it. You also feel like, I wouldn't do it like what this person does. I would do it that way, my way, right? It's much better. Why do they do it that way? Right? There's this constant, making yourself superior and making the other inferior. There's this condemnation going on. So on an everyday level, you might experience this state as judging other people. As, just for what they do, just because they're different. And the worst state could be racism and intolerance of anyone who is different from you. So think about that. If this state arises when our hearts don't feel loved and secure, so the personality seeks to prove that it's right. That's really what's underneath. Beach opens up the heart with a tender acceptance that enables you to see the beauty in everyone. So you don't have to feel superior. As I said, I combine it with homeopathy. And there's a remedy, it's the most precious metal in the mineral kingdom. It's called platina or platina. And you get the potency 30, it's a number behind it. Usually 6 and 30 are only the over-the-counter strengths to get anyway. Platina 30 is a wonderful sort of sister and brother to beach flower. Here again, the personality is that they feel humiliated, crushed down by some kind of power. But in order to feel or survive this situation, right, they make themselves bigger, larger. So they look better, they are more intellectual, right? Everything is much better than the others. They really make themselves large, as already mentioned. She believes that this growth depends upon her performance, and she pushes herself to reach great heights. So there is this behavior of, I'm the queen. And she's regal, right? She's superior. Everything is rare about her. Valuable, spiritual, intellectual. And that makes her feel big inside. But there's also this feeling like she has to put everyone down. She's very sort of contemptuous in order to make herself big. And she doesn't want to be connected with everything that's ordinary. She feels that unless she proves her nobility and greatness, people will come to like her. And at the same time, because she feels superior, she feels also there's no place for her in the world. Actually, she feels lonely. But because she is so rare, She wants to stand out. She does not even belong to a family. And that behavior can make her very contemptuous and casts off everyone, who is not on her level, where she doesn't allow anybody on her level anyway. So we have haughtiness, we have this contempt, superiority, and on the other hand, this extreme inferiority as well. So what you can do, you take 5 drops of peach flower, either straight in your mouth or put it in a glass of water and sip it throughout the day. And 1 tablet of Platina 30, maybe for a week, just daily, 1 tablet daily. And see how you can break through this deep, deep criticism within yourself so you can open your heart as well. The next one is called Willow Flower. I live here in Native American land, or on Native American land. And willow is a very important plant here. It grows along the river, and the willow stalks are used to make baskets. In order to do that, the willow has to be flexible and pliable, soft. It has to be able to be bent. And that's what really the essence of willow is about. So if you can't forgive, if you regularly feel resentful, blame other people for things that happen to you, think about willow. It opens your heart by releasing the feelings that life is not fair. Right? You become a victim here. Willow brings the soul medicine of forgiveness and acceptance to feelings of resentments and bitterness, so you can make peace with the past. Willow will soothe your heart if you ever feel self-pity or consistently think that other people have it easier than you. It's this victim of fate situation, perceiving life's circumstances as out with your control and believing that you have been treated unfairly. You may even be resentful or wish to the other that they just should have one hard day of your life. Right? You often say, life is not fair, blaming other people or circumstances of your misfortune. You hold grudges. You hold onto grudges, not able to forgive people, and you perceive as you have been done wrong. So what does willow do? It helps you to release the blame, the resentment and the bitterness. By the way, if you have gallbladder stones or gallbladder ailments, go back to your bitterness, long-standing bitterness, because that's a relationship here. It's a hardening of literally fatty deposits or hard deposits just clogging together. So it opens up your heart to more forgiveness, acceptance. Again, 5 drops daily, either straight in the mouth or mixed with a glass of water, sipping it throughout the day. And the correlation of the homeopathic remedy, or the sister or the brother, would be Staphysagria 30. I know it's a difficult word, it's a delphinium plant. Staphysagria 30, again available in your local health food store. Here the person is very morbidly sensitive. The effect of this sensitivity is very deep and long-lasting. They set for themselves a task which is almost impossible. The task is to maintain their dignity. They feel like they are of a noble birth, and they feel beaten down, often humiliated, insulted, particularly in front of others. The main feeling of Staphysagria is about dignity and honor, like the person, as I said, of a noble birth. He feels that he should live up to this sense of dignity and honor, and he should not to do anything which is undignified. He should never lower himself to the other man's level, even if he's angry, even if he feels like he wants to just throttle and kill the other person. So if somebody insults him, he has to keep control as befits his noble birth. He cannot lose his temper, and yet he would really, really like to punch the other person, and maybe sometimes he does. So here we have fear of being insulted, mortified, being humiliated, and definitely feels the victim of the situation. It's also a great remedy if somebody suffers from chronic cystitis, urinary infections, or sty in the eye, for example. It's all expressions of anger, of feeling pissed and angry, feeling the victim. So if you combine Staphysagra with the willow flower, it's a really wonderful vibration package to break through these barriers of being the victim all the time. Again, with willow flower, I would say 5 drops daily, either in a glass or straight into the mouth. And Staphysagra, 1 tablet daily, only for a week, and see if that helps. Just this, we want to break through this victimized feeling. The next one is called Chicory Flower. Now, here you're emotionally needy, right? Possessive, fear of abandonment, and only give your love with strings attached, or secretly manipulate people for love. Totally different frequency, but that can be broken too. So Chicory Flower remedy is for this pattern that most of us are actually reluctant to see in ourselves, because it's the most uncomfortable one. We don't want to really say, okay, that's really inside me, but it is. However, on a soul level, our journey to remember our true nature of divine love can only be experienced by learning all about conditional love first, so that we can recognize the contrast. So Chicory Flower remedy opens your heart to true unconditional divine love by releasing this emotional neediness. So it's for when we feel possessive about the people we love and want to control their lives to keep them close, because why? Because we are scared of losing them. That's all what this is about. So when chicory is needed, it reminds us that our hearts are aching for love and attention. Right? We are really, really needy for love. Our personality thinks that other people are our only source of love, but the lesson of chicory is realizing that your gateway of love rests within your own heart and is always available to you. Never forget that. Again, 5 drops daily, straight in the mouth or with a glass of water, sipping through the day. The counterpart, the homeopathic remedy, would be Pulsatilla 30. It's the wind flower. Really is a wonderful combination here. And here it's really brilliant for children who suffer the feeling of abandonment. The anxiety can show as becoming clingy, tearful easily. They just cry, please don't go, please, please love me. You don't love me, don't you? They feel, they need their mother's attention all the time, or dad's attention. This state can be brought on by the absence of a parent, right? Either through divorce, separation of parents, or parents going for holiday, or when the child first, the first day of school or kindergarten, and they must face the prospect of being separated from their caretaker and being in a strange environment. Right? That sets up this belief system of, oh my God, I'm lost and I have this abandonment feeling. Same states counts for adults, of course. Right? It can be easily in a teenager who falls in love and the boyfriend goes shopping and doesn't come home for the designated time he should be home, and she texts him all the time and says, still love me, you still love me, where are you? Right? This neediness to be loved. So in this case, 5 drops daily, either straight on your mouth or with a glass of water, sipping it through the day, and Pulsatilla 30, 1 tablet daily, only for 3 days, maybe for children, for 10 days, then for adults. Stretch it out for adults and see that you can break through these barriers of neediness. Water violet flower essence, another beautiful gem here. Here you feel painfully different, lonely, and can't connect with others because of barriers around your heart, right? Water violet remedy releases painful feelings of loneliness and separation, so you can connect again with other people in a more meaningful way. So if you need water violet, you will choose to be alone rather than making small talk with people who don't understand you. you'll probably be quiet, you will be independent, you keep personal problems to yourself. You're more the loner. And when you carry this pattern within you, it also blocks your heart from opening to meaningful connections with others, and also the fear of intimacy. Now, other people sense this invisible barrier usually, and it stops them from really connecting with you, which of course confirms that, yes, I'm lonely. Nobody really likes me. And as you take water violet, you become more able to connect with people at a soul level. The barriers around your heart will soften, and you can feel greater love, emotional intimacy, and soul deep connections, which we all want. So water violet opens your heart to the vibration of oneness. As you experience greater oneness with yourself and other people, the illusion of separation then falls away. So next to water violet, the counterpart here would be the remedy Natrum Muriaticum 30. It is available in your health food store. Just have a look. I know you think like I'm sharing this amazing over-the-top science here. No, this is hands-on, natural medicine. And you can do it too. So the remedy is called Natrum Muriaticum 30. And here the person's response to grief is irritable outbursts, over small things even. And these people don't cry in front of others, and perhaps they feel like crying, but it doesn't come out. I remember the Christmas movie, The Holiday, where she couldn't just cry. She was really trying to make herself cry and it doesn't come out. That's this kind of situation. They need to be alone to cry, right? And are very private. There can be a deep sadness extending into even mildly depressed state. The person may feel betrayed, alone, and, they really need some nurturing, but it's very hard for them to receive it. And the person will not let on often that they feel like this, because nobody really knows. They're so private. They maybe have difficulty falling asleep, and they tend to mull over the past events, what happened to them, what this people has done, the old hurts, the conversations they had, and they just can't forgive, they can't let go. So really think about this remedy in that combination with water violet. Again, 5 drops daily with the flower essence, and I would say 1 tablet daily, maybe for a week with Nature, and see how that opens up your heart a little bit. The last remedy is called Holy Flower remedy. And here we have much more energy. We have the jealousy, angry, hateful, suspicious towards others, doubting their motives, and even expecting to get hurt. Again, here we have many states, but it's more of a hard-hearted situation where we have anger, jealousy, even revenge, hatred and rage, as well as more subtle vibrations of distrust and oversensitivity to perceived maybe slights, from others. So they're constantly on the go and look out and very sensitive about it. The states treated by Holy are all about defense patterns, right? And they can close down their heart, and it doesn't help them to transform and to move on. So Holly has a powerful vibration for transformation because it floods the heart chakra with the vibration of divine unconditional love, releasing anything in the heart that is not aligned with love. It's very powerful here. It opens your heart to the highest feelings of love, where you recognize that love is all-encompassing and accepts everyone, so all of humanity become your brothers and sisters. It's a high statement, but that's what the world right now, this challenging world, demands from us, right? If this world wants to change, we want to have to go on that level of consciousness. You see everyone through a filter of love, recognizing the infinite beauty that is their true nature. And there comes my garden bell, trying to sing with us in the true nature of love. Along with holy flower essence, you can also take the counterpart, the homeopathic remedy called Lachesis 30. Lachesis is made from the animal kingdom. It's a snake, but it's a superb remedy for these heightened sensations of jealousy, particularly among children and spouses. So the specific problems with Lachesis seems to be, again, the problems of jealousy, or how to get the better of you. They always have to be the one on top, right? It's like there's a rivalry going on, especially in the situation of male-female relationships, sexual relationships. It is a situation to someone who has to compete against the other person, with better qualities, seemingly better qualities. For example, a menopausal woman, right, whose husband has gone off with a young girlfriend. So there's always this talk about the looks and the attractiveness, and look at this young bimbo, he went off and all this, and look about me, and I'm not as pretty anymore, and I can't attract a young man, and all this talk. So it's about comparison, comparing yourself with the other. She feels that there are conspiracies against her, and this makes her suspicious of people around her. Her survival depends on her being one up on her rival. It's really about the competitiveness, and she does this with clever, manipulative talk. In children, you can see this as behavioral problems of jealousy, for example, following the birth of a sibling. A child displays possessiveness of friends and may even test parents and teachers to the very limit. For example, they're inciting peers to misbehave, or stealing, or even tormenting the pets. They can be very hurtful to their peers, and with a sort of snake-like ability to pinpoint a victim's most sensitive spots. So here again, in combination, holly and the remedy Lachesis are a really nice package to break through these patterns of this, just feeling like I'm not loved and I'm jealous. So 5 drops daily, from holly, and you can bring the Lachesis remedy 30, 1 tablet daily. Now with a child, I would say only maybe 2 days, maybe morning and evening a dosage, and then step back. Whereas with an adult, you maybe want to take 1 tablet daily for 10 days and see if you break through the dreadful jealousy inside yourself. So I hope that with all these great tips, your Valentine's today, and also the months of love, the February months, is a sweet one, a loving one, and most of all that you feel that you love yourself. If you're interested, want to know more about my work, I encourage you to go to my website medicanova.net. At the online academy, you will find great online home study courses in first aid homeopathy for the whole family, and another one for birthing life during pregnancy, labor and postnatal care. That can be very helpful here too. And a third course, Being and Living Quantum Healing, which is based on my book, The Dance of Your Core Healing, Transforming Your Mind, Body and Soul in the New World. If you are interested in a personal health consultation, either yourself or for your children, contact me at health@medicanova.net. And enjoy this Valentine's Day. Until next time, much love. Take care. I love you all.